Hello everyone, Mr. Happy here, and in this video just wanted to give you guys a brief overview of the changes between the patch 3.1 preliminary patch notes and the patch 3.1 full release patch notes. For those of you who haven't joined us for this before, it's usually not too big of a difference, usually some typo changes. They usually just add in items and item levels. Now that the servers are down and it won't influence decision making for the economy, now is when they do it. So they did add a few new items, a few new item recipes, as well as some changes to existing items. But the big thing I know people want to know about is the item level of all the new armor and weapons. Now, all I'll say before this is that I guessed most of these right already. So I was actually pretty happy to see that I was on the ball in predicting Square Enix's item level management. And I think that we can all learn something from that going forward, that as of right now, they are very predictable. The next potential unpredictable thing they will do is, instead of increasing the item level by 20 item levels come 3.2, they may increase it by 30 or 40. So that's the only thing I'm looking forward to seeing, how it evolves with normal and savage modes. So right off the bat, King Thordon Extreme, or Singularity Reactor Hard Mode as it's actually called in these patch notes, item level 205 weapons, which again lines up with what Yoshi said. Yoshi said that if you're already clearing Savage, it should be pretty easy. If you haven't yet cleared 3 or 4, these weapons should help you, and they should. The only question I have is specifically with things like the Bard weapon, where from item level 200 to 210, I believe they only get 1 weapon damage. My question is, do they get that 1 weapon damage at 210, or did they get it somewhere between 200 and 205? I don't have the calculations in front of me to gauge how they've been gaining weapon damage, but there are calculations behind that to figure it out. So that's the only thing I want to know. Other than that, though, I don't expect this weapon to be like anything near best in slot. Like, you still have a choice between 210 weapons once you're able to beat A4 Savage, and with the variance in the stats on those, I still expect those to be your go-to best in slot weapons, especially considering accuracy can't be a stat anymore on weapons. Outside of potentially, maybe the relic weapon will be able to put some accuracy on that weapon. On top of that, there's a bunch of glamour items here, like I see the Gigas Axe, the Emperor's New Fist, the Colibri Cannon. But if we scroll down, we'll eventually get to I-200 stuff. Void Arc. Now again, we kind of expected this for Void Arc to be I-200, and luckily it's very predictable in the naming, because the Void Arc hat of healing. It's very, very hard to not know where that comes from. So if anyone ever asks, you just be like, I don't know, man. No, I'm just kidding. Now we have I-185 armor, but it looks like we have quite a few sets here. We have Plague Doctors, Hat of the Ghost Thief, Hat of the Red Thief, Tricorn of the Daring Duelist. I'm assuming this is a mix, before even looking at the crafting stuff, I'm assuming this is a mix of crafted gear as well as new dungeon gear from Pharaoh Series Hard Mode and St. Mochion's Arboretum. Especially when it comes to something like Plague Doctor. Like, I look at St. Mochion's and I go, ugh. It's kind of creepy. But I-185, again, that lines up because the old dungeons were I-145, Neverreap and Fractal, in order to enter, and they dropped I-160 armor, 15 item level difference, whereas these are I-170 to enter, and therefore drop I-185. So, I know Alexander Normal is going uncapped when it comes to how much loot you can obtain per week. That being said, this is still a pretty good step for working on item level, because think about this. Think about how hard it was to win stuff before in Alexander Normal, when you were rolling against 7 random people, if you were doing it purely in the Duty Finder. Now imagine doing that, but nobody has any restrictions on what they can win, so they're rolling on everything. Yeah, basically that's why I think the I-185 stuff still holds some merit, and still important for new players to look into this, especially if they're getting tired of losing loot against 7 people. You may only need to roll against 1 person maybe here, and you can always just need it if it has to be for your job. So I still think that this actually holds pretty well for new players gearing up in the initial process. We do have a bunch of vanity items here, glasses, a coxcomb. I'm not gonna, we're gonna move on past that and just not have that conversation right now. Now, okay, now we have the Diadem gear. Mistfall, Deep Mist, and Mist Break are the 3 tiers of Diadem armor. These are the free company exploratory missions that we're going to be going on this patch. It looks like Bronze Chest Reward I-150 gear, and Silver Chest Reward I-180 gear, and Gold Chest Reward I-210 gear, with Gold Chest, of course, being the rarest, having their drop rate increased on the higher difficulties like we spoke about last time. It's pretty decent range. My only question is, I-150 gear will not become grade 5 materia. This is pretty obvious. I-180 gear, I don't know if that can become grade 5 materia. I'm almost positive that it can't. almost positive, not 100%, just almost positive. I think you need to be I-185 in order to get the grade 5 materia. I originally thought it was I-160, but I think that's for crafting and gathering stuff. The I-210 stuff should be able to spirit bond into grade 5 materia. They also mentioned that you can trade in unwanted gear for points to buy grade 5 materia. So even if you can't spirit bond the I-150 and I-180 stuff directly for that, they are still useful for that. Who knows, maybe you'll want to spirit bond it to try and get the grade 4 materia and then go transmute it. Don't do it. It took me like 200 attempts to get 2. But no, I never got 2. It took me 200 attempts to get 1. There you go. But yeah, those are going to be the things. So everywhere you see Mistbreak, Deep Mist, and Mistfall, those are the different tiers of Diadem gear. Some more stuff. Succubus Horns, Coral Mask. I'm assuming those both come from MGP. Sky Pirates stuff. Oh, you know what? Maybe this is all the I-185 stuff back here. This is all stuff that comes from, what's it called, dungeons, and Sky Pirates comes from the new crafted gear, which you get materials from through the Diadem as well. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense. Void Arc stuff, Code of the Red Thief. Yeah, at this point it looks like it's going to be that way. Bunny, Chief Bustler, Bustier. My bad, Bustier. Don't know why I said Bustler. Falconer shirt. Then we have more of this stuff. Yeah, so at this point you kind of understand how it's going. Like, we're just going through the different gear sets at this point. But all the item levels are showing the same. There's a few things stuck in here now and again for Glamour. Again, dragon skin bottoms, rainbow breeches, high house boots. Just all that stuff that's fitting in. Let's see where we can get to something that isn't gear. Here we go. So, first big thing that I noticed after getting through the item level: Max Potion and Max Ether. Yes, they are finally implementing new potions and new ethers, something we've been waiting for because X ethers simply don't cut it. Still used, but really not that great. As far as I saw, they also buffed a lot of the old ethers, so even while you're leveling, they should be a lot more useful, especially the health potions. If you're not going to be using anything else while you're leveling out in the open world, might as well use all those useless high potions and mega potions and stuff that you get and end up just vendoring them because, you know, what do you need them for, really? I'm glad to see that we have the Max Ether and Max Potion, though I don't know the values yet. Again, a lot of this stuff, we're waiting for the Lodestone to update so we can get official stats and whatnot on them. That should be soon. May even be by the time this video hits YouTube. So, hopefully that's sometime soon. You know, staff, cookies, Proto-Hopkins. There's a bunch of seafood here. Pterodactyl is a seafood. How is pterodactyl a seafood? I get it. It's in the Sea of Clouds. Therefore, it's seafood. I got it. Don't worry. Potterstone, Tektite, some new stuff, Eventide, Jade, Titanium Alloy. A lot of this stuff just looks like the new materials we're going to be getting from the Free Company airship areas. I have to sneeze real. I'm not going to cut the video like the last time I was. I need to sneeze, cut the video. I'm not doing that again. I'm just going to sneeze and apologize. Apologies for my rude manners. Dinosaur leather and pterodactyl leather. The fact that there's so much pterodactyl stuff almost tells me that there's going to be a pterodactyl boss there, right? Like, there has to be a pterodactyl boss at this rate. Let's see. Heaven's Coral, Fossilized Dragon Bone. There's a lot of stuff here. Holy moly. We have the new dyes, which are basically going to be gotten from the same way that you would get the old, like, dark blue dyes and metallic sky dyes from the retainers, but these ones are tradable. So, I guess that gives retainers a bit more value, since they can bring back, you know, tradable dyes. I don't know if, well, they said tradable. I don't know if it's sellable. It's a good question. Level 4 ethereal wheel stand. Great. Fantastic. More ethereal wheel stuff. New furnishings like a Fungar chair. The Miyachi coffin. Remember the Void Arc, not Allegan, actually Miyachi in origin. So I expect that to be made from, yeah, well, faithful replica of a coffin discovered in the Void Arc. It tells you right there. Ha ha ha. Oriental tea set, a night to remember. That is a picture of harsh font. Alright. Cobb inner wall. Let's see. A lot of this stuff is outdoor furnishings, inside furnishing. New gardening items. Blood peppers, old world figs, chives, and then Corthan tea seeds and pearl sprout seeds. We also have permits for hiring stewards. We have the vouchers and the things that you need in order to go on to do exploratory missions. Mythal Triad cards, which are the new tier of Mythal Triad packs you can get. Clan mark logs, which you can get from the hunts now, or you can trade in seals from the hunts. And you can buy Illuminati Gob coats and Gob twines with these. We have the Heavensward fragment. This is almost definitely the crafted item drop that will come from Thordon Extreme. One thing I have not seen here It doesn't seem like tokens drop from Thordon Extreme or Singularity Reactor Hard Mode. Unless this is it. Unless the Heavensward Helm Fragment isn't actually a crafting item and it is the token, which would be surprising because they've used the word totem or pages before. It looks like you just have to get the drop, which is kind of strange to see them go back on that after all this time. Maybe they felt like it shortened the lifespan of the fight, but it was also really good because they didn't have to do it fucking 30, 40 times to get one piece. There we go. These are items from the Free Company Airship stuff. We have modern aesthetics, curls, adventure. These are new hairstyles. We have new dances right here. Then we have minions, the wind-up Gundu, the Paisa Brat, the wind-up Illuminatus. We have the wind-up Echidna. This all but confirms what people have been assuming, that the last boss of the Void Ark is indeed the missing guardian from the World of Darkness, Echidna. For those who never played Final Fantasy III, there were 4 bosses before the Cloud of Darkness. And one of them was Echidna, one of them was the dragon. It was a 2-headed dragon. They made this one a 5-headed dragon. Cerberus and Aingraimenu, or as it was called back then, just Ahriman. Echidna was the missing one we didn't have in the World of Darkness, so it seems that this is the boss here, another Void-related boss. Then we have the Hunting Hawk. This comes from the Diadem, Shallow Eye, Penguin Prince, Clockwork Twin Tanya, Kopakur Kid, Wind-Up Ifrit. It doesn't bleed. You cannot kill it. Wind-up Zundu Warrior, wind-up Horsefoot. What isn't dead can never die. Yeah, I don't like it. We have a new mounted barding, Sanua Horn from the Beast Tribe quests, Roundtable barding, probably made with the Helm Fragment, Chocobo barding, Pegasus Whistle. I'm assuming, it says it emits a rainbow of sound. Oh, no, that's the Ocarina. I'm assuming this comes from the Diadem, just a guess. Wyvern Horn comes from the Hunt. You can trade in clan mark logs in order to get the Wyvern Horn. And then on top of that, we have all the new recipes explaining it. I'm not going to go through all of this, but I do see a lot of Dawnborn Ether Sand popping up here, so I need to get back on gathering that immediately. Yeah, you can just see there's just a ton of stuff. So Wind-Up Ifrit crafted, Illuminatus crafted. It's good to know that the Wind-Up Ifrit is actually crafted. You do need an Ifrit's Horn, though, and 99 Fire Shards, as well as the Wind-Up Illuminatus. I guess maybe I should have paid attention to that, because I actually don't know what that is. I should have read that a little bit closer. Okay, so Sky Pirates stuff. This is the new crafted stuff. Two Dawnborn Ether Sands, Grade 1 Dexterity Dissolvent, Hard Silver, Amphitheater Leather, Cloud Cloth, and Titanium Alloy Ingot. So it looks like it just made of the new items. I guess the question is, how hard are those items to obtain? The big thing is, I do not believe they are locked behind any sort of restriction. Like, I don't think they're locked behind red scripts, blue scripts, unless I've missed something in these patch notes. So this should be a nice crafted thing for people when they come back to the game to be like, I can grab some I-185 crafted gear if I have some money, or if a friend can grab it for me, or something like that. And then Cloud Cloth can be made here, Cloud Cotton Balls, and Raimi Thread. Topiary Chocobo, that's the hedge chocobo, bunch of culinary and stuff, and that's it. Now there are other changes, like for example, they did add achievements in here. For example, obtain 50 minions, obtain 100 minions. They finally have achievements for that, and it's called Despicable You. This is a despicable meme right here. Follow the leader, a load of Verminion, the road of Verminion. I feel like that's supposed to, I don't know, I'm not going to question it. Getting the new, quests for the Vanu Vanu. It goes all the way up to rank 7, so they're following the Ixali. I like that better. It gave them more room to implement more story, so I'm a fan of this. I like this. King Thornton, see, this is where it says Singularity Reactor Hard Mode, complete the Void Ark, then a bunch of Diadem achievements, and that's it. We're good to go. There are some other things like the changes to the old items, as well as a bunch of typo changes, but I'm not going to go into all of that. I just wanted to go over a few of the very basic things that I know people were wondering about. So anyway, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned, because tomorrow I am going to be streaming patch 3.1 live pretty much for the entire day. Starting at 3:30 a.m. Eastern, going to be streaming King Thordon. Well, I say 3:30 a.m., but that's subject to change. If the servers come up earlier, I will be up as early as 2:30 a.m. So just expect, as soon as the servers are live, I will be streaming King Thordon Extreme. Going to be doing the new dungeons, going to be doing the Diadem, hopefully Diadem hard mode. If not, I'll just do easy normal with either viewers or free company members, whatever ends up happening. I may go through the story, but even if I do, I'll be skipping all the cutscenes. I'm basically just going to go through all the content and be able to give my thoughts, because that night we also have State of the Realm, weekly Final Fantasy XIV related podcast where where Sly and I make fun of each other, and Ethis will be joining us this week as well. But be sure to come by, because starting at noon, we do have some officially sponsored giveaways from Square Enix that are going to be copies of Heavensward or Final Fantasy XIV, all in one PC game codes. I believe they are both NA and EU. They work for both. If they do not work for any EU winners, though, I will make sure to get them something for the giveaway. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. I'll make an official announcement video about all that stuff soon. And until next time, everyone, take care.